All right, Pirate fans, welcome in to this episode of the Pirates Cove podcast, coming to you from Crush Athletics. Got a great show for you as always. I'm your host, Rick Walker. Joining me, my twin brother, Rob. How you doing, Rob? Living the dream. Also got a special guest, Superintendent Dr. Austin. How are you?
I'm great. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Happy to have you. Exciting time. Obviously, a big district championship game that we're going to get into and talk about in a bit. But before we do, we want to touch base with you and kind of get an update on the district state of the union, as I call it, or as he tells me correctly, state of the district.
State of the district. Awesome things happening. We actually had state of the district in September, had about 300 community. All of our kids came out, showcased our students, which is the most important thing. The amazing work we are doing from Live Oak all the way to high school. We had our programs like Martha McLeod. We had maritime welding. We had our culinary, make amazing food. I can keep going on, but the state of the district, we are strong. We are doing well because our students and our staff bring it every single day.
Yeah, you could tell. We feel the momentum, a lot going on. Obviously, it's a fun time to be a Rockport Fulton Pirate. Lot to look forward to. Did have the Vader vote.
Yeah.
Do you want any comment on that thought?
My reaction to Vader?
Yes.
Like I was trying to channel my Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that. No, I think here's the thing. That's what the 2 golden pennies are for. There's enrichment pennies. You get to go to your community and ask your voters, do you want to invest in that? And it's up to them. And they made their choice. And so what I told Eric the day of election, as it closed out, I said, you know what, tomorrow, new game plan. And he's like, that's how we do it. So I've got the best team around me. We'll have our game plan ready.
Well, we have plenty of faith. We're excited about what you guys are doing and, continued effort. So construction, what's the update with all that? Obviously, I'm seeing every day it seems like something has changed, we're getting closer.
I'm super excited. So today I actually had a bond meeting. Every Thursday I have a bond meeting, see where we're at. Furniture is delivered in 2 weeks. They are waxing the floors in about a week and a half. We call them smart panels, went up. It's coming along. So December 1st is the window, the target that we're going to get kids in to classrooms.
When do we get a tour?
So actually we talked about that today. We're going to get you in early. So you tell us, we've got hard hats for you ready.
Okay. Rob doesn't need one. He's got Thanks. Well, any messages you want to share with the community? Obviously, a lot going on. What would you like to?
I'd love to talk to our community and our parents. I want to say thank you first. Thank you for trusting us, bringing your students to us. We're doing amazing things. I said that earlier. One thing I'm super proud of is that we are creating programs to get our kids the skills they need for career, college, and what I like to say, life. Amazing things every single day. I just think my biggest thing is the gratitude to our parents.
I still love it. And there are viewers too, so that's what's great.
Viewers, yeah.
They're parents.
Thanks.
Exactly. So thank you. Appreciate that. No, that's what I meant. They're parents that are our viewers, so that's what's great. So obviously, big game Friday night football podcast that we do here. Talk about the Rockport Fulton Pirates competing against the Sentinel Land Pirates, if you will. What are your
Sentinel Land Pirates? I just want to talk about our Rockport Fulton Pirates. This has been a fun season. Watching their heart, their grit, they're all over there, just so the viewers know. As I'm looking out there, I'm looking at the football players. Their heart, their grit. I drive by in the morning, see them out there. I drive by in the afternoon, they're out there. So the commitment that they put in, I know they're going to bring it to those Land Pirates tomorrow.
It's gonna be fun. Well, stick around. We're going to actually have you make a prediction here. And
okay.
No pressure. Spot.
No pressure.
Hear Coach Rob's breakdown. You might want to change your prediction.
Okay.
But yeah, headline for you. First off, thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
And then, but the headline for this week, obviously, Rockport Fulton playing for the district title, sole ownership. We are co-district champions already, qualified for that. But play Friday night at 7 p.m. We will be having that broadcast streaming to you from the Pirates Cove Sports Network. So if you can't make the trip, which we do encourage you, first and foremost, to make that trip, because the Pirates need you to be loud and proud, obviously, to support this ball club. But if you can't, join us live on the Pirates Cove, as we'll be streaming that ball game to you on YouTube. So we're having a prayer.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, I'm doing this, but do love it. So that being said, before we jump into
It's like, let's go eat. Well, no,
as the boys move over to go eat some,
someone's phone fell.
but let's start with Robstown. Rob, obviously that's the last game, and it feels forever since we've done a podcast. Didn't get to really recap Robstown. So if you'll kind of talk a little bit about the game against the Cotton Pickers briefly, obviously, because we are on to setting.
Yeah, so obviously the Pirates did exactly what they needed to do, make sure that they stayed in position to win the district championship. We executed well on offense, we executed really well on defense, and we came out of the game mostly healthy is what I would say. That was one of the keys to the game. When you look at, Jackson County got dinged a little bit. The bye week came at a great time for him to recover. I think ultimately no one was looking ahead to Sinton. We made sure we showed up. We did what we were supposed to do against the Robstown Cotton Pickers. And, we're the only team right now 3-0 in district going into tomorrow night's ball game. And so, check that off as job well done is what I would say.
Yeah, for sure. You took care of business. You had an opponent that you should have beat. We did. We didn't play down to our opponent, which I think is important. Obviously, it's easy to kind of not show up completely, give your best. The Pirates didn't do that. The thing that I like so far as we get into Sinton, even into the bye, we've been playing our best football week over week over week. I think that's important when you go up against a team like Sinton and then you head into the playoffs. So kudos to the Pirates. And again, we did come out healthy, which overall is good. Jackson's back this week, so it should be a fun ball game versus Sinton. But 42-6, I like what I saw on offense. Controlled the ball, controlled the clock. Defensively or physical, only gave up the 6 points, which I think is critical, shows improvement in our defensive effort, defensive performance, scheme, execution, all that good stuff. So a lot to look forward to against Sinton. I don't want to dwell on Robstown other than, hey, we are 3-0, which is important. Let's get on. And so that brings us to now. We have a bye week, rest. Is the bye week good, bad? I think that's one of the key questions I think we have. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's the perfect time for the bye week. Obviously, the Rockville Fulton Pirates have a lot of momentum going into the last district game. When you look at it, just like you said, you asked the question, do we lose momentum? Well, rest is obviously important as you go into the playoffs. Ultimately, winning district is always the number one goal, but going rounds is the bigger goal, right? And so when you look at getting the rest ahead of that, going into your most important ball games, I think it couldn't have come at a better time. On top of that, I think what it allowed us to do is to make some adjustments, to do some things that we'll see. I can't obviously say specifically what they are because I don't know, but I know when you get to this time of the year, a lot of the things that you were working on, you get that extra time to work on and sharpen those skills. Everyone knows the Rockville Fulton Pirates run the football. And so, when you look at how we started with Robstown, we threw the ball quite a bit. We got a lot of reps doing that. I'm sure that will continue because if you stack that box, we're going to have weapons to beat you on the edge, throw the ball down the football field. So I think all those things, to answer your question simply, is yes, the bye week is favorable for us.
See, to be determined, the jury's out, right? As long as we come out and we punch Sinton in the mouth, which we'll talk about when we break down that game, but that will tell me whether or not the bye week was good. If we come out slow, then, that's the thing. Do you get better? Do you rest or do you get rust? I hope it's rest and we'll see. So with that being said, what are the Spears and Cove keys to the ball game for these Sinton Pirates, Rob?
Yeah, so I've got what I call the four T's, Rick. The first one is tackling. We have to tackle well. We'll talk about their running back and their skill players in a minute. We've got to win the turnover battle. That's going to be critical. We can't have turnovers or lose that from a turnover differential standpoint. Time of possession, doing what we do, control the clock, keep their offense off the field, get them frustrated. I think that's going to be key. And then the last one I have, which is inherent, but I have to say it is toughness, right? Which team is going to be tougher? We've got to start out strong. We got to finish strong. There's going to be moments in the game. It's going to be a roller coaster at times, but ultimately the team that's the toughest is going to win. And I think these Pirates are going to be the ones that show that.
I hope you're right, and I believe you're right. I think if I look at this matchup, it's a tough matchup. This is the best team we've played all season long.
Agreed.
I think we're the best team that Sinton has played all season long.
I agree.
So that's what's going to make this fun. This is a heavyweight title fight. And if you're going to win this, the first thing you got to do is punch them in the mouth, right? You've got to hit them in the mouth. You got to hit them in the mouth early and set the tone. Look, Sinton hasn't faced or been losing in a ball game up until the end of the Cuero game. They've led the entire way every game, most of the ball game. The only game that they've trailed is the Cuero ball game. That's got to be different for this game this week. We've got to set the tone. We need to get out in front. So to your point, block well, tackle well, play fast and physical. Those 4 things, we do that. I think we can beat anybody in the state, not just the Sinton Pirates. I know that's optimistic, but I truly believe that when we execute, man, we are a very, very good football team. And that's what we need to see come Friday night. Look, Sinton is a tough ball club. They've always been tough. That's their culture. That's part of who they are. That's also part of who we are. You made a comment when we were talking about the Cal Allen ball game previewing that. Play the man, not the helmet, not the logo. I think that's also important. Sinton has a history of success. Rockport's been up and down. I think we're heading on the up to get that tradition that we're looking for to build here in this Rockport Fulton community with this football team. And that's got to start Friday night. This is our time to climb over that hill and show the rest of this state, show this community, show the Coastal Bend that Rockport Fulton is the team in the Coastal Bend. And I believe that's the case. I think when it's all said and done with, if we get it done on Friday night, which I believe we will, Rockport will be viewed as the top team in the Coastal Bend. And that hasn't been said in a very long time. And these are the right kids. The kids in this room are the kids that will get that done. And I believe that. So do I. So anything you want to add? And
Yeah. So when you talk about Sinton, Coach Michael Troutman brings his Sinton Pirates in 8-1. Their only loss was to Cuero. They've won the district 5 consecutive years. They're going for their 5th consecutive. So we're the ones in front of that, right? So to your point, they have the tradition. Look, let's not sugarcoat this. They've got the best running back in the state. 4A right now. He's got 2,223 yards rushing. He's averaging nearly 14 yards a carry, 247 yards a game. How about he's a machine right now. And so ultimately we have to tackle him and tackle him well. Gang tackling. Everyone has to rally to the football, and we've got to get him on the ground, right? Micah Green is his name. He wears number 8. He's 5'11", 185 pounds, and he's a really good football player. But on top of that, they've got other really good football players. They got a 6'5", 295-pound offensive lineman, number 77, Clay Mitchell. He's a really good football player. And then on the outside, they've got Sean Hughes, number 3, wide receiver. He's a weapon on the edge. So they've got all-state quality players at multiple levels within that. What I will say, though, is their roster's 31 deep total. And they play a lot of kids both ways. And when you look at the way that we play football, if we control the football like I expect us to do, we can wear those kids out. And fatigue, as they say, I won't say makes cowards of us all, but will certainly give us a chance to take advantage of opportunities and go win this football game. On top of that, when you look at them defensively, they give up 21 points a game. They played some really good ball clubs. They've held them to some low numbers, but I don't believe they faced the offense of the Rockport Fulton Pirates. I do think we could put up points on them and like I said, control the clock. Offensively, they're putting up 42, but I don't think they played a defensive line front 7 like what we bring to the table, and I think the depth will give us an opportunity. Like I said, if we tackle well, limit the big plays, we've got a really nice chance to go win this ball game and win the district championship outright.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. The tackling has got to be the key. We've got to get into his body with ours. It can't be arm tackles. He brushes off arm tackles. He's very fast. He's not the fastest kid, though, but he's fast enough to get around the edge if you let him, if you don't tackle him, and you're reaching. So you got to put a body on him. And if we're fast and physical, again, I like our chances. But all that being said, what's the prediction? I'm going to go with Dr. Austin first. Prediction time.
All right.
Spot.
So you already know I'm going with my Rockport Fulton Pirates. I'm going to go 32-28.
I like it.
Good.
Okay.
Any breakdown?
I'm with you. It's going to go down to getting out. I say go out swinging. You say Benjamin, you better come out swinging, go hard, get them tired. I like the toughness. We've got the defense, and so that's why I said 28. They're not going to. I think you said 47. We're going to hold them to 28.
I like it. I like it a lot. Rob.
Yeah. So when I look at Sinton and the way they play football, again, very well coached ball club. They're committed to getting number 8 to football, and they have all season. I don't expect that to change this week. He is number 2 all time and is going for the record of most rushing yards in a season for Sinton. Right now, he's number 2. Number 1 is 2,500 yards. He's at 22-23, as I mentioned. So they're going to try to get it this week. Which means we're going to run the ball, selectively throw the ball. There's no surprise there. They're going to run the football. So I don't think the score is going to be as high as many people think. I think the clock's going to run. I think it's just the nature of it, especially if we limit the big plays, right? So I'm going to go 38, 35. Rockport Fulton Pirates over the Sinton Land Pirates. I like it.
Actually,
Look, I agree. Look, Coach Trotman is a great coach. Gets them motivated. He's all about being physical. He's going to want to control the line of scrimmage. Coach Souza and these Pirates are going to want to control the line of scrimmage. I think that's where it happens. I don't think that they faced a front seven like us, but I also don't think we faced a back as fast as Micah Green simultaneously, and as good as Micah Green. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. All these games have defense has never been tougher to play than it is in this area of great football. There's so much they have to prepare for. For instance, Sinton's got to prepare for slot T. I think we're the only slot T team that they faced all season long.
That's correct.
That's unique for them. But also, again, like I said, this is the best back that we faced. This is probably the best offensive line that we face. And this is the best defensive line they face. So this should be a fun game. If you like great football, this should be a great football game for some of us. But I say all that I think we get it done. I think it is a high-scoring game. I have it 45-42 Rockport Fulton getting done against the Sinton Pirates in Sinton, 7 o'clock. Be in the stands or catch it live when the Pirates go sports over. And both, even better. Hoppo's Place, by the way, will have it up on the big screen if you can't make that trip over, so we invite you over to that. But listen, it should be a fun week, exciting time. No matter what, Rockport Fulton has a share of the district title like we talked about. But at the end of the day, I don't want to share anything. I've been sharing everything with you my whole life. I don't want to share anything that should be for sure. And we need to get it done and take ownership of this district championship like we're capable of. We don't share words. No. Rockport Pirates are not sharing well with the Sinton Pirates. We're not going to share that. We're going to go take this. I truly believe that Friday night, like I said, 45-42. But again, you can catch that game live on the Pirates Coast Sports Network. And back to the playoff thing, by the way.
Yeah. Let's talk about the playoffs.
Yeah, we're working on getting sponsorship for the playoffs. It's happening. We should know Monday that we have a pre-lift for the Pirates Cove to stream those games as well. And importantly, we want you to travel well and be in the stands supporting your Pirates. Be loud only when we're on defense. That's key. But show up, show your support. These guys have been putting in a ton of work, a ton of time, starting all the way back to the summer. Off season previous to that. So there's been a lot of blood, sweat, tears, hours put into this. Come out, support them. They've earned it. They deserve it. They're doing great things, and they're setting the tone and building the culture that we want to have here at Rockport Fulton, and that's of winning. And it's happening right now, so come out and support that. But talk about playoffs, Rob.
Yeah, so interesting scenario. We're in, as you mentioned, we already have a share of the district championship. Now, if we win on Friday, we win it outright. If we do not win,
this is when playoff math gets involved.
Correct.
I don't think playoff.
So it's a tiebreaker based on point differential right now, just so everyone at home is keeping score. So Rockport Fulton is +1 on point differential because of the 1-point win over Cuero. Well, Cuero is at 0 because of the 1-point win over Sinton, and Sinton is at -1, which means that any loss of more than 2 points means that your Rockport Fulton Pirates still share a district championship, but are the 3rd seed going into the playoffs, which then would align us up with Kingsville. If we win the district outright, that lines us up with Grulia. I want to make sure I say that right. Out of that same district. Either way, I think it's a good matchup for the Pirates with Kingsville last year at home. Grulia is a 1-win team in a 14 district that automatically makes the playoffs. So obviously we'll still prepare. We're still excited for that. Don't want to look too far ahead, but I want to make sure everyone understands what it is that we're doing. We're facing District 16 4A D2 opponent, and it'll either be the 4 seed or it will be the 2 seed predictions. So if you have any questions, message me. Happy to answer. Looking forward to the playoffs, but not until we win Friday night or tomorrow night at Gibson.
Simply put, we just need to win Friday night, and none of what he says matters. That means we get the lighter, easier seed. Rockport Fulton Pirates have to get it done Friday night. They're going to get it done, and it's going to be fun. And listen, once we wrap up Friday night, the next podcast, we'll re-break down this matchups because everything will be completely ironed out. We'll take you through it. But, obviously, instincts are to look ahead. We can't look past setting Friday night.
Yeah, look, you win the district, you get an easier round 1 seed, which nets an easier round 2 seed. and the nature of that, it takes care of itself. So looking forward to it. Excited for these Pirates and excited for what's going on here at Rockport Fulton High School.
Anything else before we wrap up the show? Big games. What are the other big games? Because this is the only big game.
This is the big game. There's one other game in the area that I think is big. You've got Flower Bluff versus Corpus Christi Vets. Flower Bluff coming off the first loss. They are or were the number 1 ranked team in the Coastal Bend per the Corpus Christi Caller Times. I will say now Sinton is probably taking that banner based on the loss with the expectation that they're going to beat us. But when we win, the Rockport Fulton Pirates, as you said, will be the number 1 team in the Coastal Bend for sure.
It's going to be fun. There's one other district game, right? Robstown's play Cuero.
Oh, yeah, there is that one.
And if Robstown beat Cuero, that would
change things, but I don't think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, nobody's looking at that as that upset potentially happening, but we'll see how it plays out. Is anything? That's why they play the game, right?
Don't play them on paper.
So, anything else before we wrap up the show?
No, just super excited about what's going on within the district. Your leadership, thank you for all that you do. We're really excited about the program. Beyond sports, just the entire district, I think, is headed in a upward direction. I'm really excited. So thank you.
We've got the best people. I'm telling y'all, hands down right now.
I believe you, and I appreciate you coming on. It's great to see. And that being said, listen, I want to thank the viewers for tuning in. This has been a very, very fun year. We're getting better week over week. We're highly competitive. We got a great football team. We got great track teams, tennis teams, volleyball teams, you name it, softball team. It's all going well. It's all headed uphill. And listen, we thank you for tuning in. This has been a very, very fun year. Let's finish it off. Y'all come out, support, be loud. We got to finish this thing. That's the whole thing that Rockport has failed to do in its history. As we climb this ladder, we failed to finish. We need you guys to come out and support. So I challenge this team. I hope they're listening.
I hope they're listening too. I was about to yell at them and be like, hey,
this team Friday night to come out.
Can't
Physical, great football.
We're looking at y'all.
I challenge the fans to come out, be in this game, y'all. I'm proud and support these guys as they beat Sinton Friday night in Sinton.
We're talking to y'all.
The Pirates, Rockport Fulton Pirates. Go Pirates. Thanks for tuning in. See you Friday night.